Hey everyone, my name is Delaina Burns and I'm with you tonight on Live with Prima, and just want to welcome everybody to the show. I've got a layout that I'm going to be creating tonight using some brand new Prima products. I've got the actual coffee break collection tonight to show you. I've got quite a few of the pieces, some of the flowers in the Ephemera pack, and some of the dimensional pieces, and just want to share this page with you and bring my chat back up so I can kind of follow the chat. I'm going to attempt tonight to read the chat and multitask. I don't know how good I'll be with that. The others seem to be really good with it, so probably would help me to buy a pair of glasses so that I can see that far away. But anyway, I want to go ahead and pan down if we're ready to get started. And just really quick though, before I do get started, I wanted to read a few announcements, and then I'll go back and do that at the end of the show as well, only because one of these well, both of these I'm excited about, but one I'm really excited about. We have next Tuesday, July 22nd, Cassia will be with us. She'll be sharing the new Ephemera collection along with some really nice other goodies. Y'all are going to want to tune in for that. Cassia always does something really good. She's creating some tags for us next week. And then, of course, I have to shout out about Art Venture in Atlanta, only because I'll be there. I won't be teaching, but I will be there to play. Steph Miller's going to be there, Sharon Lackinen, and Ken Oliver. There's going to be 6 fabulous classes, tons of the brand new summer release products, a big goodie bag for everybody. Go to the Facebook fan page, Prima Marketing Facebook fan page, and check out the events page, and you can get all the information for the Art Venture in Atlanta, the Art Venture in California in January, and anything else that might be going on. But those are our announcements, and just want to pan down now and go ahead and get started with the class. Somebody text me if it goes out or if there's a problem hearing me or whatever. But anyway, I'm going to pan down, so I hope I don't make anybody dizzy. Okay, you can see here, there's just one more second, sorry about that. You can see here I have my project. It's kind of a dimensional layout. I've layered a few different papers, and of course it's with the beautiful coffee break. Look at the colors, how pretty they are, the yellows and the pinks mixed with the black. I love anything when the black comes in, it just always makes it pop, and against this pink and yellow it's just so pretty. And have you noticed we have this gorgeous new jute in lots of different colors. I love anything that's capable of sewing, and we're going to do a little sewing effect with it tonight. And we're going to use a brand new Prima die that they were actually released the last release, but I know a lot of you don't have your hands on them yet, so we're going to show that. And we're going to start off with the actual new collection first. So let me lay the project to the side and begin showing you the papers that are in the collection. And you can see this is that black piece, really pretty graphics on each side, and turn it over and you've got the sort of a newsprint with the coffee cups printed on top. It is just absolutely adorable. This number is well, I won't have to tell you all the numbers. We won't take that much time. We've got a floral paper here, and again the really pretty pinks and yellows and the teal color with a cream background. And the other side you've got this gorgeous yellow color, and just look at the graphics. Look at the coffee cup and the little alphabet and the vintage typewriters. Next is the pretty pink piece, and you can see all the letters around the outside with the really pretty graphics on it. And on the back you've got another script with the colored cups. Just adorable. I can just see cutting all those little cups out and using them on a page. Next we've got the little journaling spots sheet. Again, really cool graphics on this, and all this can be fussy cut out, or you could just actually cut on the line and use them as actual journaling spots. Turn it over and look at this cool print. This is like one of my favorite papers. I love the newsprint on this. It's kind of going in different directions. It's just a really cool piece of paper, I think. This one as well. This is really kind of unusual, but it's just really cool with the print and the two colors. Really like this one. And then the back side, you've got the teal color with a little bit of the yellow and the letters. It's just really a cool collection. I really like it. I love the colors. More vintage typewriters, really neat. And it's again got the letters in the background, kind of a scripty background. Really pretty. Turn it over and you've got the cork. Isn't that cool? See if you can get it all in here. You got a little graphic down here with your letters, but it actually looks like cork. It's really cool. So there are your papers. I've got a few flowers that I want to share from the collection. I've got these numbers somewhere. This one is number 578534. I didn't get any packaging, but you can see, look at the feathers on this. Really cool. You can see that. See the feathers? Really cool. Really pretty centers. Are you able to see? It's kind of a clear center, but it's got a really pretty decorative edge. Sort of an antique-y gold color. Really cool. And the pinky color. And you may not be able to get that exact color, but that's kind of a pale pink color. And then this really pretty teal. And look at the detail. This is fabric on the inside here. That's actual fabric. This is paper and that's fabric. It's very pretty. And then your feather, really pretty. And then you've got sort of this orangey color. And again, I'm getting it off camera, but you can see the fabric. In person, they are so pretty with the feathers. So that's those. So excited about this release. So many really pretty things to share. I always love the really small flowers. And you can see these are actual punched flowers from the papers. So you've got your yellows and pinks and scripts, and you got that cool kind of stripe. And if you can see the little pearl centers, I hope you can see. It's kind of hard, but it's just really pretty pearl centers. I'm going to kind of see if I can read. I see Robbie. Hey, Robbie. Okay, there's the pearls. And again, those are number 578466. Next, I have these dimensional stickers, and I don't have the packaging. I've used some of these. I'm going to do away with one of my lights. I think, no, that's not going to help. Figure out a way you can see these. I'm going to try. Can you see? It appears to be like whiting this out. Let me turn the lights. Okay, I'm going to try. Can you see? This is terrible. Okay, you see the typewriter? It's just a dimensional sticker, but it's just really cool. It's got the flowers on the outside with the vintage typewriter and some wording there. I don't know why this is so hard to get on camera, but there's actually 5 in the pack. I only have 3 because I used a few of these on my CHA work, and those have already been shipped off to be present at CHA. So that's the dimensional stickers. A really cool addition for Prima this time. And that number is 576264. Also have these little crocheted pieces. And again, I've used one of these. I have 3 left. And this is number 576356. Can you see these? Really cool. We had these last release too. But these are just really pretty with the words. Some have words, some have graphics to kind of go with the lines. But really nice addition for layering in with your flowers and things like that. I don't have every piece to this line. I'm just going to kind of show you what I do have. I do have a small stamp, and it sort of mimics one of the papers, just with the with the letters, and it's number 575793. But if you can kind of see that. The next thing I want to show you that I've actually used on the layout, Carrie, really sorry in advance. I forgot to write these numbers down and have them with me. So I hope you have these numbers. These are some of my favorites from the new release. I love the roses. Anytime Prima does roses, they're just really pretty. And I hope you can see these. One has polka dots, kind of a solid color, and then one has script. And this is just a really pretty pink color. Excuse me. Can you kind of see that? And that's the pink. Excuse me, I'm going to cough. I'm going to have to get a drink. But these are the pink. And then next, I have the green ones. I don't know if Anna's talking to y'all yet. I told her to chat or to use the chat. She has no problem chatting. Just saying, normally she has no problem chatting. Okay, and you can see the green color. It's sort of a lime green, maybe a little deeper than lime, but you have the script and the polka dot and the solid. Anyway, they're some of my favorites. I love them, and we will be using these tonight. The next thing that I have is the Ephemera pack, and this is something new that Prima has done this time. Ephemera, am I saying that properly with my southern accent? Ephemera. Okay, if I'm saying that wrong, somebody correct me, because I'm apt to say it wrong. Just want to kind of show you what's in here. You got baker's twine. Can you see the baker's twine? Little sequin pieces. There's a little metal piece in here, a couple of metal pieces actually. I'm losing one. There's a little oh, look at the little cup. It's a little metal cup. And it's got a little hole for the little handle of the cup. I could just see that sort of hanging from something, just kind of dangling. Really cool. Really a lot of elements here to add to your pages. And just kind of go into the back here and show you. I'm just going to pull this apart. We'll be pulling it apart to work with it anyway. Lots of little die cut pieces in here. Just tons of little pieces. You can see some of these we are going to be using on the page, but can you see? Look at the little glasses. That's just adorable. A little clock. Well, that's actually like an old telephone. Anyway, you've got some letters and a donut, coffee break, donut. All goes together. A little tea kettle. You see the tea kettle? Really cute. And then just some different little bingo card. More little note cards. Just a really cool assortment of little pieces that you can layer and add to your pages. So just going to kind of gather all this back up. And in case you didn't notice, I'm using my Prima mat on the black side. I have to talk about my Prima mat. It's still kind of clean. I'm working on keeping it clean. It's not easy. Okay, we're just going to kind of lay this to the side until we need it. And I believe that is everything that I have to share with you that I had with the collection. There are a lot more pieces that do go with the collection. I just don't actually have those. Those were divided and I didn't get every piece. So we will take another peek at our project. Go ahead and turn our light back on. Okay, is that maybe too much light? Okay, so what we're going to do first is create this background and these layers of papers. And we are going to use the black paper 846749. Also the floral piece 846725. And this pink piece 846718. just want to see if anything's going on the chat. I really want to be multifunctional here. I would like to be able to read and teach and type and do all that fun stuff that Carrie does. But I don't know if I can keep up. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is start off with our layers. And I want to put this somewhere so I can still see what I'm doing with it. Okay, this is going to be our background. So I'm going to remove the little selvage from the edge. Just right off the bat here. Let's remove. Just going to line this up and take this. This is a new trimmer for me. So I usually use the guillotine trimmer, and it broke. So I'm breaking in a new trimmer. Hope it doesn't cause me problems tonight. So this is going to be our background piece. We're just going to leave it as is. Next, we're going to cut about an inch off of the actual pink and the yellow piece. And first I'm going to cut the actual selvage off, and then I will cut an inch from two sides of this. Actually, because I want to keep my graphic in here, I'm going to remove about a ½ inch from all four sides, only because I want to keep my graphics kind of intact. And again, I am absolutely eyeballing this, and you can absolutely eyeball this too, unless it bothers you, and then absolutely you can measure. Just completely up to you. I don't like to measure. Okay, almost there. Just going to kind of try to keep this cleaned up, so I want to move my strips completely out of my way. Okay, that's our pink piece. The yellow piece, we kind of want to do the same thing. First, we're going to cut off the selvage. And what I'm going to do with the yellow piece, because we've only got graphic kind of going down one side, I'm going to cut from the side. I'm going to take the entire inch from the side that that doesn't actually have the graphic. So that just works better for me to sort of keep that graphic there. I want those extra colors in my page. So and I may take off a little more in a few minutes. I may see that this is not quite working for me, and I may remove a little bit more, but we'll deal with that in just a minute. Okay, so we have all of our papers here. Just kind of line them up how I want them, and what I kind of want is this quiet to be across the bottom. And I think actually I'm going to take a little bit more off of the yellow, and in fact I'm going to remove some of this graphic. I don't think I want all that graphic there, so let me just take a little more off. This is my top layer, so I do want it to be a little bit smaller than the bottom. So we want it to be about like this, and it doesn't have to be completely square. Not being square really doesn't bother me. I'm going to offset these just a little anyway and sort of roll the edges, so I'm not so concerned about it being offset. So what I want to do right now before I do anything else is mark this for my actual stitching. And what I'm going to do is take my yellow piece and grab my little ruler, and I want to go about 3/4 of an inch in, and this ruler just kind of helps me do that. I'm still kind of eyeballing this, but it's got I don't know what this came with, but I've had this little ruler forever. But I'm going to go about 3/4 in both directions. So I'm going to make a dot right about here. And then right about here, it's going to be kind of hard to see in that area right there, but it's going to be right about there. And then down on this side, I want to go in right about here. And then this ruler makes it really quick. You can do this any way that you that you need to get that there. And your 3/4 of an inch in, just because we kind of want this going straight around there. Next thing I'm going to do is grab some ink and ink my edges. And I'm going to ink the edges with a darker pink color for now. I may have used a brown or a black on the other page, but kind of like to change it up. I'm going to kind of make them sisters. They won't actually be twins, but they'll look very similar. So just all that's saying that, because you just do it like you want to do it. However, you want to use black or pink or green or any color ink you want. So next, take care of inking the pink. And I'm just actually just using my chalk edger and just running it right down the edge. Okay, we got our ink. And next, I just want to kind of layer these. Again, I've got my quiet here across the bottom. Just want to offset these just a little bit. And I'm just going to put a little bit of Fabri-Tac just in the center here. Try not to move too far out. I don't want to have the glue where I'm going to be piercing. So I just, I moved in just a little. And you see I'm just offsetting this just a little bit. No big deal. Just kind of offset it so that it's a little, you know, little slanted inside there. And kind of pick your edges up. I'm just going to kind of roll these up just a little, just to get us started. I'm going to roll a little bit more before we're done, but we'll just get started with that. Now I want to pierce and kind of show you how I did my stitching. I feel like I'm going like 90 miles an hour. I'm talking 90 miles an hour. Y'all let me know if you can't hear me. I'm using the cardboard to pierce through. I have a foam pad that I normally use, but I forgot to bring it out here. So I'm just going to use this this piece of cardboard to pierce through so that I don't, and this is a self-healing mat, so it's not going to hurt it if I pierce into it anyway. But I'm very careful with my Prima mat, as you all can probably guess. Okay, so we got our holes. I've already prepared, and I didn't show you this, but this is brand new for Prima this time. This is a really cool jute trim, and I love it. It is just really cool. I can't remember, Carrie, how many colors this comes in, but I have the green, and this is actually a navy color, but I've used some black ink on it. There's not a black. Hope that maybe we come out with a black later on, but so I just used the navy, and I've just added some black ink to give it that black effect. And it didn't really bother me even being navy, but since we are dealing with a black, sort of a charcoal color, I wanted it, you know, to at least appear black. So that is the colors that I'm going to be using. And what I'm going to do, and you know what, I've got to make 2 holes here. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm so excited about the jute and about getting to use this Prima mat. I'm forgetting steps. What I want to do here is just move out, and I'm just gonna, what I'm going to do this, I'm going to line my ruler up crosswise. Do you see what I'm doing? I'm matching up these marks with my ruler across, and I'm going to go about 3/4, well, only about a 1/2 inch. I'm going to move out about a 1/2 inch and make a mark. Same thing on this side. Line your marks back up. This gives you a straight, it's kind of a quick way to make a straight square, but I want to go about a 1/2 inch out, and then these marks here we want to go across. Go about a 1/2 inch out. Same thing over here. That's just a really quick way to get your square back, and then we're going to actually pierce, so we have a place to put 2 of these jutes. I want to use the green color and my now black color. And if you notice, I'm going to actually thread this through before I attach it to my back, so that our mess is kind of concealed. Okay, so the first one I want to do, and what I've done is just threaded, and actually this is really thick, so I used a sort of a yarn type needle. It's got a really big open hole. It's not very pointy. I guess it's a yarn needle. I'm not really sure what kind of, I mean, I just have a stash of needles, so it worked. It threaded through pretty easily. So what I'm going to do is start to the inside. Just turn this over and show you. Can you kind of see? I'm going to go through my hole. Just going to pull it through. And I'm just going to keep pulling it through until I get close to the end. You can see I'm close to my end right there. I'm going to leave myself about a 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch. And I'm going to take a piece of Scotch tape. Easy peasy. Tape that down. Then it's not going to pull out when you move across. And this is going to save your, it'll save any of your twine or anything that you're using. This will save your jute so that you're not using so much of it, because we're going to actually cut off each time. But you can see when I've threaded it through, I've got a straight line all the way through. Keep that kind of flat as you cut. Pull it tight and then keep it really flat so that you, I'm looking for my scissors, so that you have, you know, you have it pretty tight. Cut that off, leaving yourself about 1 inch to 3/4 of an inch, and then just make sure when you pull it through that that you're pretty tight. And as long as you're keeping it flat and you're pulling that tight, you should be good. You can always go back and pull a little bit more and add a little bit more tape, but you can see how that works really well. And it's very fast too. But you sort of get that stitched effect, but you're not stitching that much. And nobody's going to see that tape because we're going to layer this on top of our background piece. So grab our tape. While I'm doing this, I want to kind of see. I don't know if I'm the master of sewing, but I love to stitch, and I make draperies and bedding. That's what I do for a job. So I guess I like to sew. Obviously, I like to sew, and it just adds that little bit of kick and one more little dimension, one more little texture. It's all about layers and textures and having fun. So if you like to sew and you enjoy the thread, perfect. And Prima was so clever to actually make this stuff and have this stuff for us. Thanks, Prima. I'm gonna go in. Sorry, I hope this is not taking too long. I should have done this off camera, but I just kind of wanted to show you. It's pretty quick. It's not too time consuming, but I just wanted you to see how easy it is and how much it adds to the page just to have the extra texture. You can see that? Just want to be sure I'm tight. And the tape is sticking to my fingernails, so I'm having to work through that. So is Anna talking anybody's ears off, or is she talking at all? I don't see you, Anna. Say hey to your mama, Anna. She's supposed to get on there and tell y'all what a wonderful childhood she's had and how much she hates being away at college because she wants to come home every weekend and see her mother, but she just can't make it because she's so busy, but she wants to be here. She's the sweetest daughter. She's the smartest daughter, the sweetest daughter, the prettiest daughter, all of the above. She's the most thoughtful daughter too, very thoughtful. Okay, so we have our green. Yeah, someone said they're going to hide my mat. No, Anna, help me with that. I require my mat. And just so everybody knows, I have a spare. I actually now own 2 of them. Not just one, but 2. Yes, I may want 3. I kind of like things in 4s, but I am crazy for this mat. I'm crazy for Prima, period, but I am seriously crazy for this mat. The jute is running a very close second, maybe. I am so well, and also the twine, because the baker's twine being in the Ephemera pack. Yay! I hope this process is not driving y'all crazy. I feel like it's really fast, but it may seem to be taking forever. Compared to some of the stitching that I have done, it is very fast. I have done some very intricate stitched projects in my day. I know a lot of you might do a lot of the stitching. I know Robbie does a lot of stitching. I just love it. Oh, I'm dragging everything across the... How about I move some of this? Oh, and I'm dropping it in the floor. Okay. I've made myself a small knot. Okay, we're almost done. The rest of this should go really fast. We're going to deal with a little masking and a few more layers. And sometimes when you're threading it, it wants to kind of fray just a little. Just kind of wipe that away. It's good. It'll be good to go. Again, it's just back and forth, and I'm not watching myself on camera. I hope I'm not making y'all sick flopping this paper back and forth in your face. Forgive me if I am. I do apologize. Almost, I promised we are almost done. It's getting close. It's getting really close. See, is it not just the best effect? I love the jute. Love it, love it. Great idea. Great idea, great addition to the already awesome, awesome, awesome Prima products that we all get to enjoy. So just one more very smart move on Prima's behalf. Along with these beautiful colors. Look at the colors in this collection. Fabulous. I'm going to take a chance to not pull that one through. I'm not going to tape it until I pull the other one through. You can see it frayed just a little bit. I kind of want to cut that off. And you can do that, just kind of cut it away if it wants to kind of knot and fray right there. Pulling it through, since the jute is very kind of rough and raw, it might separate just a little bit, but it's a really quick fix. Aha, look, we're done. Last piece of tape. If you don't want to use the tape, you can always use glue to kind of glue your pieces down. I just like the tape because it's a fast way to get through your stitches. Okay, I want to find my needles. I don't want to drop my needles in my chair. Okay, then what I'm going to do is just kind of roll this up. I'm going to kind of roll up the corners on this and on the pink, and just kind of with your fingers, you can just kind of push, you know, up with your hands. I just want to give it a little dimension when I layer it on top of the black, so just kind of work it. I mean, not a lot. You just, you know, just kind of roll it up. So I'm going to try to do this upside down. It may not work for me. But you can see we're going to kind of offset it on the black as well. So what I'm going to do, you can add a little pop dots or cardboard or something between the layers if you like. I did not on this one, but if you want to, you're absolutely welcome to do that, and it would be a really good look too. I sort of just kept this one flat, and hope you don't mind looking at it upside down. I'm having a hard time with this upside down, so let me just kind of continue to roll these. And now we're going to start with our next layer, and that's going to be a little modeling paste with one of the new stencils. And this bubbles pattern has been done, but not in this size. This is a new Ephemera size, and it's a 6.5 by 10.25 inch size. So it's a little bit easier to handle. This number is 961299, and again, it's the bubbles, the actual bubbles pattern. So I want to add a little modeling paste. Yes, Carrie, it is. My layout is bare. Carrie's baiting me once again, and I'm possibly going to say it. Sometimes I just forget, but for now, my layout is bare. It has nothing in the center, so you can guess what it is she would like for me to say. Anna says it exactly like I say it. So at my house, it's perfectly okay. You know, it's okay. We all say naked. Naked is just normal around here. So what I want to do on the top here, you can see on my layout, I've gotten a little modeling paste with my pattern, just kind of, you know, up or down in this. I've got it upside down to you. Excuse me, very sorry. In this top area, we've got just a little bit here, a little bit behind our actual photo cluster, and then some down our side here. I'm going off camera with it. So what I'm going to do is just sort of eyeball it. It won't be exactly like the layout that I've done, but that doesn't bother me. I'm just going to kind of pull my jute down out of my way, and it's not going to hurt it. It's going to pull up a little bit right here, and just add a little paste right here in my corner. And again, it's just for dimension. It's all about layering, all about dimension, all about we all want textures. We just need textures. And let's pull this out really. That's the only thing. You want to pull this out really careful, because you don't want to sort of smear what you've done there. If you happen to do a few smears, it's fine. Nobody will know but you. Just a little bit right there. And then in and behind the photo, I kind of wanted to get a larger circle there, so I sort of planned for that. You can see it's peeking out just a little bit right there. So you can kind of plan for your, and I think I actually used this one, but you can sometimes plan for your design when you are doing the masking, even though it's very random and it doesn't have to be perfect. Sometimes I do have an idea of what I might like to see. So we're going to add just in this area right here, a good bit down behind where our photo cluster will be. A lot of this won't show because our cluster is going to cover it up, but that's okay. Just continue to spread your modeling paste. Prima is, if you haven't noticed, if you go over and check out all the brand new products on Prima's site, there is some brand new mixed media items over there. Lots of modeling pastes and gels and beads, just lots of very awesome mixed media goodies. Prima's the best. And on this side, I'm just going to add just a little bit here. I'm going to go back in once I've done my clusters and possibly add a little bit more. But for now, we're just going to add just a little bit down this edge. And if you happen to get some on your jute, just sort of take your nonstick scissors or your spatula and just wipe it away. It'll possibly be covered with your actual cluster, but if not and it bothers you, just sort of pull that down. I know I went back on my original and added just a little bit up here in this corner, and I do want to do that just so this will all be dry. And I don't have to go back. So we have this right here. Well, this is not working out real well up here in this corner because I'm not flattening it enough. Okay. There we have it. Okay, now I'll lay this to the side, and like I said, we may come back and add a few more. I want to dry this just for a minute. I can get my drying tool here, so I'm going to read the chat for just a second while this dries. Hey Debbie, I see Debbie's here. Let's see, Julianne, I think I already said hey to Julianne. Dry it just for a minute. The modeling paste dries really quickly. This needs a little bit more right here in this corner, and then I think we're good. Okay, I think we are good to go there. So now we can start our actual photo cluster, and haven't said it yet, but I kind of have to point out that that's my beautiful grandbaby. She was 1 year old yesterday. My beautiful Aaliyah. She is sweetest baby ever, of course, prettiest baby ever, of course, little red haired baby. She's beautiful and she's so sweet, and she loves her grandma. So what we're going to do is just begin our actual photo cluster here, and I want to start off by showing you some of the pieces that I actually added to the cluster. I used the metal dies here to add the flowers, and you can see I cut them out of, let me tell you which paper. This is paper number, sorry, I'm having to pull the papers back out. Oh, I cut them out of this really cool script paper, and you can't see the script anymore, but it gave it a really cool effect, and that number is 846701. And I've got 5 here, but I think I actually used 4. So what I did to dimensionalize these flowers just a little bit, I took my little staple and just kind of folded this. Can you kind of see how I'm just folding this in the center? Just a little, just kind of smashing that in the center, just a little. And with my little staple gun, my little tiny attacher, I'm just going to add a little staple. So can you see, is that showing up well? I'm worried about this light. Maybe take the glare away. Let's see, since this is white, let me turn one of these lights off. Can you kind of see the dimension there? Not sure that that helps turn the light off, but we want to do that to at least 4 of these. I'll probably go ahead and do it to all 5, but just really quickly, just sort of pinch it. I'm just kind of folding it with my thumbs, and then just adding a staple right to the center, and you can kind of just fan them back out, and we're going to actually put them in and behind. So we just kind of wanted to be sure that we had a little bit, it helps them not to be so flat. It looks more like a flower if it's got a little dimension. Don't you agree? I like them flat too. I guess I would use them flat. I just think everything looks better with dimension. It's kind of like hair. I like big hair. Probably nobody ever noticed that, but I love big hair. Sometimes I work on making my hair smaller, but anyway, everything's better with dimension. So that's one thing that we're using there. We'll go ahead and make those, and this is number 572822 die, and I use this round, or this sort of 5-petal flower die there for that. Next, I want to show you some of the wood pieces. And what I did, I just got a handful of these, Carrie, I don't actually have the numbers. I just sort of have these in a bag now. But these were released a couple of CHAs ago. I love them. I have a huge stash of them, but I've sort of used my boxes that they came in. All I'm going to do is add a little ink to these little flower shapes. I'm going to add a little pink ink. Just use your little inker here and ink it all the way over. You can add a couple of colors if you want to. For now, I'm just going to use, just the one color. I have a darker pink as well. That's sort of a lighter pink. That pink is called Old Rose, Chalk Edger Old Rose, and this is Chalk Edger Vintage Pink. So just ink these up really well. You're going to have it all over your fingers. I don't mind inky fingers. We just need a few of these. Just a few different shapes. Have those. And then I have a few leaves as well. I want to add a few leaves, and I have Chalk Edger Lime Pie. This one's called Lime Pie. So let's add a little ink to these. Just use our little chalk edger and just ink away. Takes them just a few minutes to dry. I don't mind layering them before they dry, so I don't even mind if a little ink gets on my layout. It sort of all blends, and in the end it all works. Little ink. I'm hurrying. Sorry, I feel like I'm going to run over tonight. My very first time as an actual Live with Prima design team member. Has anybody realized that? I'm so excited. I will get to see y'all every month, or y'all will get to see me every month, I guess I should say. I might be happier about that than y'all, but I am ecstatic about that. Live with Prima is one of my favorite places to be, so it's only natural I would love this opportunity. Okay, that's all I'm going to do. Just a few leaves and a few flowers. I may or may not use those, or I can always go in and ink a few more if I want to add more. That's just a really quick process. The next thing I've got here are a few fussy cut flowers, and I did not make you watch me do this, but I used the floral paper, and it is paper number, let me grab my papers again. Well, Carrie, I don't have that number again. I think I've used that paper on one of my layers here. So can you give them that number? And it's the one with the floral paper, with the florals rather all over the paper. But I want to take my dark pink chalk edger and just really quickly throw a little ink just on the outside. I took no pains with these little cuts, and I may even tear some of them in half, because I'm just going to kind of poke them in and tuck them in and not really worry too much about them. So just really quickly give them an ink. And I'm going to try to finish this in my allotted time. Let's see if I can. Okay, I want to make this very similar, so I'm going to sit my page up so I can kind of see what I've done here. First thing I've done is added some of my ephemera pack, and you can see some of the cards here. Just in the background, I've added a few of the actual cards, and just kind of tucked it under the jute. So just give yourself a little bit of Fabri-Tac, or whatever glue you like, glue of your choice. I am a fan of Fabri-Tac. And I may have to go back in. I'm kind of seeing I may have to go back in already and add a little more of my, maybe not. It may show some. Going to add that in there. Now I'm not going to add a photo tonight. You can see my layer here. I did add the little wallet size photo. That's kind of a 2 by 3 or 2.5 by 3 inch little photo there of the baby. So just remember here, you're just gonna add your little photo. I didn't really do any cropping or anything behind it, you can do that. I just kind of inked the outside of the photo itself. Mainly what I've done is just added my layers, and you can see, just to sort of show off that I've got more layers here, I'm going to add some of this under these outside pages. So you can see I'm going to go under my pink paper out here, and add that just to kind of build the layers up as we go. Add in some of our fussy cut flowers. I just want a little bit of that, and you just kind of move the color around. I want to kind of balance the color out. So the goal here is just to kind of move your color around your page. So we've got a little bit of our color working for us. I just kind of want to see what I've done here. And what I did, I started off with my flowers, with my actual die cut flowers, and sort of started it with that. Just sort of hold that down just a minute. You might want to use a glue dot for this, but Fabri-Tac will work. You just need to add a sort of a thick amount, and just press down for just a minute to get that to adhere, and it will in a minute. You see, I'm going to struggle with it because I'm on camera, but just sort of hold that down and give it just a second, and it will adhere. A clear pop dot would make that a little easier for you, so you are so welcome to add a clear pop dot. I want to add a couple of these pink flowers. Got a dark pink, and then I want one with the script, and I'm just going to kind of layer these in. I really do love these flowers. These are going to be probably some of my all-time favorite flowers, especially the polka dot and the script. I love polka dot and I love script. Just adding the two right about there. I hope I'm staying on. I've got everything in my way here. Let me clean up. I feel like I'm bombarded with stuff. Okay, I just want to add this right about here. I'm just pulling things from the ephemera pack that I'm going to need. We're going to add this. This is going to be our title, a fine special edition, and that is my grandbaby. That's exactly what she was. She is the best addition to our family. We love her. I don't know what we did before her. Not quite sure. So what I'm going to do is, so where do I want to go next? I'm confusing myself. What's next? What's next? I want to add this little die cut piece again from the ephemera pack. This is going to be what gets me started right here. Just want to kind of add that there. Then I want to add my little die flower kind of on top of it, and again I'm going to have to hold that down till it adheres for just a second. I have 5 minutes. Oh my gosh, I gotta hurry. Let's hold this down for just a minute. Next, we want to continue to add our flowers. I want to pull one of the green flowers, prettiest shades of green too. Kind of maybe a Kelly green with a little bit of a lime shade to it. It's just so pretty. And then we'll pull one of the, let's do one of the polka dot flowers this time. Let's just do a polka dot. So over here we want to add a little glue. Add it right there. And I'm just going to lift it and just add them kind of in and around the, actually I want to put this one on this side. Again, I'm trying to move my color around the page. So let's add that one right there. It's going to require a little more glue right about there. And then we'll add this one right about here. Just keep that in there. Just kind of hold it down, press it for just a minute. This is going to cause me to run over. It's not my fault. The Fabri-Tac is not adhering fast enough. Completely a problem that the Fabri-Tac is having. It's not mine. Okay, glue the right side. We're going to add our title. What I want to do is just give it a quick kind of bend before I add it in, just so that it's a little dimensional. We want to just kind of slide it in right in behind our little flower section there. Then I want to add one more Just kind of lift our little leaf section here. Add one more right about here. And thank you. Y'all don't mind if I'm going to run over. I'm a nervous wreck about trying to run over. I'm hurrying. I'm hurrying, Carrie. I'm trying to be fast. Okay, so now we've got that down. The next thing I want to do is add in our wood. Well, we got a few more flowers to add. Hold on. Putting the cart above the horse. A few more flowers. And what I'm going to do is just take some of these small flowers and just move them around throughout the page. I want to add one right about here. I want to add one right about here. I'm not so concerned about the colors. Everything just in these are just so matched so well that pretty much any color that you want to use from the packs of flowers, go for it. They all work. They all work really well. So I'm going to adhere those. They're going to kind of stay in place, and I'll adhere those when I am off camera. That will be faster. So we're just going to add these in. I'm still having problems with these sticking. Okay. Over here we're going to add a few just kind of down from our actual page. Then we want to go in with our wood. And I think we better add a little bit of glue behind our wood, because we want it, when I raise this, I don't want everything to fall on the floor. So we added a piece of wood there. We're going to add another piece right about here. Just want to kind of move it around our page. And let's add a leaf. I love these little wood leaf pieces. I want to add a leaf right about here. I don't know if you can hear it, but my dog is standing here begging me to let him out. Anna should be home to let the dog out for me. And I need you to come let the dog out. We're going to add a little leaf in right about here. Going to add a few more of our fussy cut pieces. Just kind of in and behind. Just tuck everything in. No rhyme or reason. Just move that color. Let's glue this one, just because I'm afraid it's going to bite the dust when I shift this. Okay, the next thing I want to do is add a few pearls to the center. These pearls are kind of connected, so I'm going to go in and actually cut these apart. I've got modeling paste on my scissors. So I want to go in and actually add these just to the centers of my die cut flowers, just like so. And since we just glued these, the glue's still wet, we don't have to add any extra glue. They're going to kind of stick to the glue that's there. Since they're sort of meshy, the glue is seeping through. So that works perfect. Especially since I'm going over. I'm hurrying. I'm running, Carrie. I am running. That's going to barely peek out there, but we want that little detail there. Let's give this one a little glue. Let's glue her down right about there. Or him. Anna and I call everything him, so that's a him. And you can see how this would look when you add your photo there. The next thing I want to do is add just some pearls throughout the actual page. And this is an old pearl flourish. It's an old Prima pearl flourish that I have just been hacking away at using to dimensionalize my projects. So this poor flourish has just been hacked to death. But it's great because it's got lots of different sizes, and you just kind of break the glue up, cut between, and grab the little deals with your little pointy scissors, and you can just add pearls until the cows come home. You will have pearls for days. Because I know we all have these flourishes, and it's just one more way to use your Prima product. And you can see I am just kind of randomly adding these. I like that idea of doing that because it just, like I said, one more little layer of texture, one more, and I've got something goopy. These scissors are non-stick, but for some reason the modeling paste has gooped up on the end, and so I'm having a little bit more trouble than I should. But you can see I'm just adding lots of different sizes, lots of different pieces. And I will go in, I added a lot to my actual page. I'm not going to keep boring you with these details because I want to add one more thing before we're done. I want to kind of show you another product that Prima has released this time. It is soft matte gel. This is one of the actual mixed media items that I was talking about they got, and I happened to get my hands on one of these, so I just want to really quickly, the Ephemera pack comes with some sequins, but I think I can do it a little bit quicker with what I have here. I'm just going to grab I'm going to grab my tweezers, and with the matte gel I'm going to use it like a glue. It's going to dry very matte, very flat, not shiny, and it acts as a really good glue for pieces like this. So I'm just going to grab a sequence, and just in the lid I have enough. Just in the top I'm going to add a few sequins to my page, and it's just it would be a much faster process if I didn't feel like I was in a hurry. But you can see because this is going to dry so clear, even these very see-through little sequins pieces, you can use the matte gel and it will actually dry so clear. It'll dry so clear that you won't see it. You'll never know it's there. So just throughout the page, I'm just using the lid, just picking up a few of these. And you can kind of imagine if I've got more pearls here and I've added my photo. And again, I'm just distributing the color in and around the page. And another really cool thing that Prima has done by adding the little sequins pieces. Sequins are so popular. And for us to receive those in our ephemera packs are just going to be awesome. So you can see if I went in and actually added more pearls, the more the better, the more the merrier, the more the happier I am. And you can see I have just mutilated this poor little flourish, and it was beautiful as a flourish, but it is also very beautiful. My dog is starting to bark. I don't know if you hear him, but he's got a very low bark now at me. I think he knows I've run over. I think he was timing me possibly. Okay, and on this side as well, we just want to add them. I could add them and add them and add them. I'll promise I'll stop after this one, but I'm on a mission to do one more. Okay, and you can see that's my page. That is our project, and there it is. We'll have a photo there. You won't have that handle. It's kind of awkward with the hand there, but when you have the photo there, you can see how the page will look. And so oh, one more thing. I forgot one more thing. Sorry. This is really quick. To get our little bows here, I cheated, and I actually tied little bows and glued them on. I didn't go to the trouble to tie there. This is much quicker. I need fast right now too. Maybe I was preparing for this, but you can see I just tied little bows, and with just a dot of Fabri-Tac, well, wrong color, just a dot of Fabri-Tac. There's my bow. And this one as well. The box of sequins, you know what? I don't know. I have had this box of sequins. Maybe I got it from a cherry on top. It's a possibility, but I have no idea what brand it is. I don't have any packaging left. It's a really cool little container though, because I can just open it up and then just put the little cap right back on it to keep it together. And there's a bazillion of them. but I don't remember. I'm sorry, but I don't remember. I think, though, I might have ordered it from a Cherry on Top. That may not help you because I don't remember brand. Okay, there's our last little bow. And there you have it. That is our page. So there's, let's move all this out of the way so you can kind of see. I have a mess. Oh my. I'm kind of telling on myself at what a messy scrapper I am. So there's the page that we created tonight. And also we have one more little piece too that this little ephemera piece should have gone in right here. So that kind of will tuck in right there too with your photo right next to it. But you can see, and you can add an extra little flower if you like. Add all you want. Just the more the merrier. The more the happier it makes me. So you can see there it is. So I'm going to pan the camera back up. Is my Anna still here? Okay. Thank y'all so much for joining me. This was so exciting to get to do this as a actual team member this time. I'm so excited to be here. I can't wait to be here every month. This is just one of my favorite places to be. Carrie's one of my favorite people, and this is one of my favorite places to be. So I'm very thankful for this position, and thankful for everybody that came to this show. Y'all, thanks so much for all the support that you give us. We appreciate it so much. This is always such a nice group. Don't forget about Tuesday, the 22nd. Cassia will be here. That's July 22nd at 11 a.m. Pacific time. And she's going to have the new Ephemera collection with some more goodies. And Art Venture in Atlanta. Come see me. Come to Atlanta. Denny wants to see you in Atlanta. Steph, Sharon, and Ken Oliver will be there. 6 fabulous classes. And go over to Prima Marketing Flowers fan page and check out the events page. And you can get all the information. And there is going to be an Art Venture in Anaheim as well. In January, but you all want to come to Atlanta first because I'm going to be there. So just please make plans to be there. It's going to be a really fun time. I'm really excited about it. So I will see you in Atlanta, Katie. I'm so excited to meet you. It's going to be so fun. And I'm sorry I can't read all the chat, but you're all so welcome. I really enjoyed being here. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Y'all have a great night. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye now.